Tradition is not about one game. It takes decades of winning. The originals, the pride of Weslaco.
Welcome back to Bobby Lackey Stadium. Terry Beitler with you here on K-West tonight. It's been a all-Panther first half as they lead 28-0 at halftime. In fact, looks like Coach Tony V has put a lot of his reserve units into the game late in that second quarter, but this started out explosively. Of course, the game started out with PSJA marching down the field against Weslaco, got all the way to the 10-yard line and fumbled the football. Weslaco on the very first play from scrimmage got Eric Gonzalez, their star running back, to go 90 yards with the very first play to score a touchdown. It was off to the races from there. The next time the Panthers touched the ball, it was a 50-yard pass from Bobby Lopez to Andrew Cavazos. Weslaco scoring 4 touchdowns in the first half, 3 of them on offense, 1 on defense. Andrew Cavazos scored 1 touchdown on offense, as I mentioned, that 50-yard pass play, and then he also scored on about a 32-yard interception return for a score. So Weslaco has really dominated the action here in the first quarter, or first half rather, against PSJ North. And we've concluded the halftime homecoming proceedings, and we'll get the man who made that announcement up here in the booth here pretty quick. Is Isidoro Nieto, who's been helping out. He was the former high school principal here at Weslaco High School. He used to coach in the system. He's been all the way through it, coached, taught, knows his way around, knows these kids as good as anybody. Right now, the Raiders getting ready to kick off to the Panthers, and we're about ready to start the second half of play here. Weslaco deep to return this as the ball is kicked. Well, they started out with an onside kick, and the player for Weslaco didn't even have a chance to recover it, Eldapi, but I think he did. Let's wait and see how this comes out here. They start out with an onside kick here, coach, and high bounce to Eldapi, and it looked like it was intercepted in the air by one of the Raider players, Sammy Lopez. So let's see if they actually give them possession or not. Well, it went 10 yards. Let me get your microphone all hooked in here, Coach. And you're right, they did. They got it. They got a real high bounce, and Lopez basically stole it away from Eldapi. And just like that, the Raiders are going to start with the ball at the 31-yard line. They sent Barbarita in motion to the right side. Handoff right up the middle to Jacob Rodriguez. And the Panthers are waiting for him.
40, 35.
35 for Weslaco is number 35 is Felix Terrado. So Jacob Rodriguez for the Raiders did not get much on that play at all.
And Michael Torres also involved in that tackle again. Michael has been pretty active all night.
Yeah, he's a tough player. He's being a middle linebacker. He's out there, but not much gain in the play. Maybe he got to the 29, a gain of 2. That'll bring up second down and about 8 for the Raiders here. David Garza has gone all the way at quarterback. They send the man in motion to the near side here. Inside handoff again, 30, 25, 20. And there goes Rodriguez. He's going to take it to the house. And on the second play from scrimmage, the North Raiders have put their first 7 points on the board. So they made the adjustment at halftime. Came out with an onside kick that worked. And then they went right to on the second play, Jacob Rodriguez taking it right down the middle for a touchdown here. Once he got by the line of scrimmage, he was pretty much gone.
And again, that particular play is just a quick trap, Terry.
Yeah,
where
that's all it was, but it was worth 7 or 6 points. They're going to go. They're going to go for the extra point here. Yeah, I believe they are. And let's see who they got kicking there. I believe it's number 5.
Edgar Reese.
Yeah, Edgar Reese. Oh, high snap. Got to go get this one. And it's still on the field. Remember last week, Nicky Rowe actually returned a missed extra point by Weslaco and got their only 2 points in the second half on about a 90-yard extra point return.
You know, and
you don't see that very often.
No, you don't. And like I've always said, coaches always preach. You know, you got to have all 3 phases of your game. You know, your kicking game, your offense and defense, in order to be successful. And
well, 48 seconds into the second half, and the North Raiders are on the board here. They trail 28-6. So Wesco's going to have to get serious again. I'm sure that Coach Villarreal is going to send out the first troops. I expect to see Robbie Lopez and the rest of that team out on the field as we start half number 2.
I think he'll keep him in there for either a series or 2. You know,
well, maybe the quarter. I don't know.
They could.
Yep, we'll see how it goes. But that's a stunner. You know, the first points of the night, the Raiders really, other than that one turnover early in the first quarter, they really hadn't been too close. But this time they did it on about a 29-yard run, and that was a pretty substantial run there. So Ruiz will try to kick it off again here. Remember the last time he tried an onside kick.
Mm-hmm.
What a way to start. This time, well, I don't know if you call that an onside, but he kicked it out of bounds, and Weslaco will get the ball at about the 30 or 35-yard line.
He kicked it only about 5 yards. And
yeah, well, let's see where they mark it. Usually when it goes out of bounds, they mark it at the 35, but we'll see what the official does here. The official was out of breath in the first half, but he hasn't had to run too many sprints so far here. Well, let's wait and see what he's going to do here, but it definitely did not stay in bounds.
Remember, if they kick it beyond the 10 yards and it goes out of bounds, he'll be there.
The 30 yards or 30-yard 5. Well, they're going to get it right at midfield. They're actually in Raider territory at about the 40. That's about the 47-yard line. And Eric Gonzalez and Robbie Lopez are back in the ballgame for Weslaco here. Second man, that's Eric Gonzalez at the 45, and they wrap him up. Actually, that's Major Free. Major Free, your ball carrier, on just kind of a straight-ahead dive, maybe 2 yards in the play. So Free, who normally does his running on the outside, has been assigned some inside duties here tonight. He's coming out of the ball game for right now. Let's see how it works here. They bring in some different ball carriers. You almost have to go to the roster on this team tonight because the starters are not getting a lot of playing time here. Handoff coming wide. Cuts up against the green. Is that Brian Guerra? Yes, it is. No, that's Eric Gonzalez. And off the races he goes. Well, they're going to get him from behind. And about the 5-yard line down to about the 2. Where did that play start? At about the 40 or 45-yard line?
Yes.
So they went from the 45 down to about the 2. I don't see. Is there any penalties?
There's a penalty right here at the 30-yard line, Terry.
That's going to kill him. The long plays tonight, Coach, have been really negated by a lot of penalties out there. Yeah, the line of scrimmage is a 45. Look where
run. We have a push in the back. Number 75 of the offense. 10-yard penalty.
Well,
we will repeat.
Yeah, we saw the penalty, and it'll still be second down, but a great run again by Eric Gonzalez. He tried to dive into the end zone, but let's see where the line of scrimmage is now.
40-yard line.
Is it the 40 or is it about the 40? So they need to go to about the 37 or 38 for a first down.
Again, the linemen doing an excellent job of blocking.
We saw the penalty, the little push in the back, not too bad, but they're going to have to call it. Lopez with the man in motion again. He's going to throw. Now he's he's scrambling a little bit. He's at the 40. Still going into about the 30. Maybe he's going to be close to the first down. Let's say that.
Probably going to be about a yard short.
Yeah, a yard short or so. But Robbie Lopez not used to running the ball a lot. But I think it was just inside the 40 that they brought him down. That's where they're going to mark the progress. But it's going to, like you said, Coach, it's going to bring up third down, and I'm going to guess maybe 1 or 2 yards to go here. Looks like they have to get to about the 38 or 37 for a first down here. Lopez brings him out of the huddle here. And up, no, pitch back. Oh, Gonzalez is trapped in the backfield. A good play by the far north defense. And for one of the few times tonight, Eric Gonzalez is dropped for a loss back at about the 42-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down, and now it's going to be about fourth down at 5
I think he bubbled
But you know the coach is going to go for it here.
Yeah, he bubbled the ball a little bit. I think that's what slowed him down.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, that's what I thought. But Eric, number 28. Number 27 is Aaron Sanchez. Number 26 is Javier Galvan.
We're going for it, Terry.
Yep. So 26, 27, 28 in there. But the feature runner, 28, Eric Gonzalez. Oh, pitch out to Gonzalez. Trying to get to the corner. 40, 35. He's got the first down a little bit more. He gets out of bounds at about the 30. He had to get to about the 37 for a first down. He got that around that corner there, coming toward the Panther bench. A little pitch back. Leading the way, number 27 was Sanchez. Good block out in front of there. But he got to the 40, and then he cuts it in. Goes out of bounds at about the 31 or 32. So they move the sticks again, Coach, and it's going to be first down and 10. This is important for the Panthers to try to get some points on the board here. Lopez again. Handoff, little counter play. Still going at about the 27-yard line. Is Far North trying to rip the ball out of his hands here.
Aaron Sanchez, number 27.
Yep. A little extracurricular content, and one player for North is going, not me, Coach, not me.
There's a flag down, so let's see what the flag's for.
Maybe against Weslaco. Looks like it. I'm not sure. We'll just wait and see here. Now, you say you used to coach here in the system. When was that? Back in the 90s? Or?
Actually, I coached for 17 years here, Terry, from 1982 all the way to 1996, 97.
We have a personal foul, number 82 of the defense.
Okay, that's against Far North.
It'll be half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
So you coached under Ruben Elizardi and...
Actually, I coached against my head coaches was Coach Van Pelt, Coach Elizardi, Coach Rudy de los Santos, Coach Height.
Okay.
I went through about 4 or 5 different head coaches.
Now, what part of the team did you coach?
I coach quarterbacks, coach receivers.
Okay.
And that's mostly what I coach.
Mostly on the offensive side. All right, here we go. Robbie Lopez. The ball inside the 15-yard line. Handoff. No, he's going to throw. He's under pressure. Still, he beats the pressure at the 20, cuts back. And did he lose the ball or not? No, I think he held on to it at about the, where do we want to take it, the 15-yard line?
Probably about the 13-yard line.
13 maybe? That looked like maybe a busted play. He didn't find his receivers right away, and he had to turn around and come back the other way. And he was under, I'll say this, Coach, North has really come out here with a whole different look here in the second half.
Yeah, Randy had some pressure there, and he had to make positive yards after hustling out of that pocket.
Okay, the ball at about the 12 or 13-yard line. Second down for the Weslaco Panther offense. Counter play. And going down near the end zone. Is that in? That's number 26. That is Galvan, I believe.
1 yard line.
Javier Galvan. He fooled me on that play. Good faking by Robbie Lopez. Let's see if we can get this on the replay, but a good piece of faking of the football as we watch the quarterback spin around for 1 man, 2 man, finally gets it through there.
It's a quick trap that they use quite a lot, Terry.
Okay. But they're going to mark him at the 1. That'll be first down and goal to go from the 1 yard line. Lopez breaks him out of it. Handoff, 27 into the end zone, touchdown. That would be Aaron Sanchez. And Weslaco gets those points back that Far North scored, and Weslaco back on the board again, leading by a score of 34-6, waiting for the extra point attempt here.
Offensive linemen have been doing an excellent job of blocking, Terry.
Mentioned some of the guys I have here on the offensive line. Gabriel Vela, I got the wrong side here. Robert Noriega, number 79. Jesse Coronado, number 62. Jesus Torres, number 55. Joe Juarez, number 65. And Joe Margo, number 75. Those are the hogs up front, so to speak, as they used to call them. The extra point attempt is up and good. And Weslaco makes it 35-6 here with 7:15 to go in the third quarter. And now the Redskins used to call them the hogs, the 5 hogs up front, their offensive line.
That's what they used to call them.
Yep.
And again, Coach John Mark Calvillo coaches the offensive lineman.
He's a good guy. He played for Coach Tony V at Brownsville, Hannah. And he's related to our other buddy here, Joey Calvillo. They're cousins. So this is always a highlight of the game here. The Whataburger fan in stands. As we've been trying to get them to come up here to the booth, but they just don't listen to us. Go for a Whataburger here late in the ball game, but right after halftime always. So 7:15 to go in the quarter. Now, as a principal here, did you guys ever have anything to do with the football game at all? Other than, I mean, I know the players not, but all the stuff that goes out of the in the stands.
There's a lot of responsibilities
Right.
on a Friday night, Terry, from making sure we have enough security guards, making sure
Right.
that we have enough workers, when they're collecting tickets, especially.
Oh yeah, I think everybody thinks you just play the game, but there's dozens of people to make a game go. We got 10 people in the booth, or I mean, up here in the press box at least, that are part of a Friday night football, and that's just up here. And we're going to talk about some of them here in just a moment.
Good.
Okay, the Panthers getting ready to kick off here again to the Raiders. Down the field it comes, kind of a squib kick into the middle down to about the 12-yard line. Picked up there by Sammy Lopez. 20, 25, 30, still going, trying to get outside. Good runner as Lopez gets up to about the 37-yard line. And yeah, one more time. We want to acknowledge our K-West crew. Of course, the guys that do the hard work are the guys behind the camera. And I'm talking about... we got Rafael Cavazos upstairs along with Don Ramirez downstairs. Also, Mike Palacios, a former K-West crew member, is in the house tonight helping us out a little bit. Because one of our guys, Val Zamori, is over in San Benito working the game for K-West with Joey Cavillo tonight. Also up here tonight in the booth behind us in the K-West booth, Julian Olivetis and the rest of the staff. We'll talk about him. The little bubble here is the North Raiders run the play, Jacob Rodriguez. Along with Julian upstairs, we got Darlene Gracia and Joe Leal on the big board behind us. We got our slow-mo technician or engineer, Mario Palacios, upstairs, is helping us out. He works in the technology division over at the Kate Center this year. Like I said, he's part of the K-West crew. Mallory Wells, former Panther, is helping us out with Valley Central and doing a good job. Of course, the boss, Steve Valdez, and Hugo from technology helping out with the scoreboard and everything. So there's a lot of people. Oh, what a tackle that time. A lot of people involved.
Number 72.
Yep, number 72 for Weslaco.
Rene Perez.
And that was a textbook tackle there. Like I said, you coached for a while here. That's the kind of tackle you want to teach the guys about right there. Just put your head down and head right in there, and just a good, hard, clean tackle. That's why it's a contact sport.
And you were mentioning all the K-West personnel. They do an excellent job, every Friday night, not only for Wesco High, but for East, and, of course, throughout the season, all other sports.
We cover a variety of sports. And I would have to say, without any too much prejudice, that we lead the Valley, I think, in coverage of girls' sports because of the Title IX. I know that we cover volleyball in the fall, basketball in the winter.
Timeout Bears.
And we cover softball in the spring along with soccer once in a while. So, yeah, it's a pretty well-rounded crew here.
In the last few years, Wesco High School, under the director of Coach Tony Vidal, have been very successful. So we have a lot of fans here.
Oh, yeah. Wesco High always has a good turnout. They're one of the better. This is one of the better football towns in the Valley, that's for sure. You can tell it not only by the home game, but when you go on the road, a lot of times Weslaco will have just as many fans as the visitors. And in a lot of cases, I've seen that. Especially if it's a big game, they will travel. I'll never forget a time, and you can remember this a few years ago, when Weslaco went up to the Alamo Dome and put about 5,000 or 6,000 people in the stands up there in San Antonio.
Yep.
They said it was one of the biggest non-championship crowds they'd ever seen. It was that place.
That was a class of 07 and class of 08.
It was back in the Meshack Rivas era, and it would happen to occur on a Thanksgiving weekend, and so it was kind of the perfect storm, so to speak.
All right,
here we go. Hand off, Michael Brandon Torres. Oh, good stop by Torres. This guy is a headhunter, so to speak. He leads the defense. He was first team All-District last year, and he's back at it again this year. He's a tackling machine out there.
And he's only a junior. He'll be coming back next year
he
again.
He's just a junior. That's right. Yeah, we got some kids coming back. That's for sure.
And as we talk about football, Terry, the freshmen and JV teams are also They're doing an excellent job. I believe they're undefeated right now.
Well, that's when you develop. Yeah, I heard the freshman team was pretty good. So 45-yard line is where we're at. PSJ North with the football. We got about 4:50 and counting down here in the third quarter. Weslaco leading 35-6. Ball at the 45-yard line. Garza with the Barbarina going in motion to the far side. And is the Garza going to throw? Under some pressure. Here it comes. The Panthers really chasing him back inside the 30, and down he goes. Great defensive pursuit that time. And who is that on the play? Number 40. That's David Mahoney. He's having a career game here tonight. David went back and got the tackle, Coach. Good play by him.
Good defense again.
Yeah, he has really been all over the place tonight. Playing like a strong, is he like a linebacker or like you said, a defensive end? I'm not sure. Like he's not real big, but he's quick. He's in pursuit of Garza. Down he goes. Sure tackle. Now PSJ is going to have to punt the football. The line of scrimmage.
No, it's Weslaco ball. There was fourth down.
Oh, that was fourth down. My bad. So they're going to have the ball inside the 30 at about the 27-yard line. Surprised they kind of went for it there. Robbie Lopez, again the quarterback. In motion goes Eric Gonzalez. Inside handoff to 26. Is that Galvan? I believe it is. All kinds of people as they push the pile back to the 30, but I believe he got down maybe to the line of scrimmage.
Javier Galvan.
Yep, Javier Galvan. Like I said, the Panthers have a variety of runners. Eric Gonzalez probably is the feature back. Is he a junior? I think he is. Isn't he? Eric Gonzalez, because I noticed they announced him in part of the homecoming court as a junior tonight.
Yeah. In fact, he wears the same number that his dad wore when he played football, number 28.
Pitch out, coming wide. I believe that's Gonzalez trying to get to the corner, and they're going to push him out of bounds just inside the 30. I'll tell you, there's a guy for PSG North that's played a pretty good ball game tonight. Sammy Lopez, number 9. He's gone both ways, offensively and defensively. And North right now just trying to find some players on their team. They're 0-6 and about a quarter away from going 0-7. But
you also got to remember, Terry, that PSA North team is under the direction of a new head coach.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they had one of the best head coaches in the Valley up until this past year, Bruce Bush, I believe.
Yes.
And, yeah, when he left, they had to adjust to a whole new system here. So here we go, Lopez.
Timeout.
Timeout, Panthers.
So timeout on the field with a score 35-6 in favor of the Weslaco Panthers. .350 to go here in the third quarter. Weslaco with the football. I'm trying to look at the scoreboard here, Coach. It looks like it says third down in about 10. Is that what you're getting here? As you look at the markers across the field.
Third down and 10.
Third and 10. And so let's see what Weslaco's got going here. Lopez in kind of almost a passing formation here. But he sends Major free in motion. And he's going to throw under a lot of pressure. Is Lopez still under a lot of pressure? Down he goes at about the 32-yard line. Couldn't find anybody to throw it to. And he is sacked in the play for a little bit of a loss. That's going to bring up fourth down and about 10 or 12 yards to go.
Plus a flag.
And a flag.
You know, the PSJ North has adjusted by shooting the defensive ends now on passing situations.
Yeah, they play well in spots. They just, right now I'm sure what it is, they haven't put four quarters together yet. That can be even a good team. Trying to get a four-quarter.
We have a dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 7 of the Panthers.
Yep.
It'll be 15-yard penalty. Fourth down.
Really?
It was away from the play.
Okay.
In the secondary.
I know who number 7 is. I'm not going to mention any names, so we'll just say it's a penalty. And it's going to probably put him take him out of the position of going for it to a position where they're going to punt the ball. And isn't this young man, I could be wrong, Wasn't he in the court as well? Number 24, Matthew Lopez.
Was he in what?
In the homecoming court.
I'm not sure if he was.
I thought Matthew Lopez 24 was. Who was it? Who was the king and queen again? I believe it was Hinojosa.
Desiree
Hinojosa was the queen.
The queen.
And who was the king? I know you made that announcement here.
Yes.
We'll find out for you. The punt away by Matthew down to about it takes a little bounce back. Takes a Raider bounce back to about the 28-yard line. That had gone all the way to the 20, and it bounced back about 8 yards or so. Now we got the other cam out. Instead of the fan in the stands cam, now somebody brought out the kiss cam, and some guy is just aware of it. That's always interesting. Who reacts to it, the man or the woman here?
A lot of times on TV, most of the time is the man.
Okay. Well, the ball is about the, what would you say, 30-yard line or 31?
About the 30-yard line.
Okay.
First and 10.
First and 10 for the Raiders. Now, in this quarter, there's only been one touchdown for each team. But Weslaco is holding a big lead. Handoff, and no gain. Well, there is a gain. It looks like Peter Noriega, number 13, one of the tacklers for Weslaco on the play. And running the ball, is that number 7, Barbarina?
Number 7.
Yeah, C.J. Barbarina. Yeah, I remember the old days. John Travolta played a character called Barbarino or something like that. He was something else. I'm not sure if it was Room 222 or what it was. It was one of those old sitcoms back in the 70s. It's kind of where John Travolta almost got his start.
That's where he got his start.
Before he did the movie Grease.
We're doing the movie Grease in the 70s.
But he was Barbarino, and he kind of played a character like that. All right, here we go. That's Estrada up to the 40-yard line, still going 45, 47-yard line. A big run for the big lumbering fullback for the North Raiders, and he picked up over almost 20 yards on the play.
And Felix Tirado on the tackle again.
But another big run for the PSJ North running back.
They have a good running game, but like you said earlier, Terry, the turnovers have cost them.
They're pretty one-dimensional. They do throw, but they're not been real effective at it. They finally brought him down, like you said, at the 47-yard line. One of the tacklers on the play was Tirado. Here we go. And Garza's going to throw up the middle. Does he have a man out there? Yep, a little bit long, but I see penalty markers going down. Chris Montequin on the coverage for the Weslaco Panthers. Let's see what this penalty is all about. As the cheerleaders are flipping him in the air.
The cheerleaders do an excellent job day in and day out. Coach Jesse Blomqvist, the sponsor.
Defensive pass interference. Number 24 of the defense.
Matthew Lopez, but we didn't actually
15 yards
see the penalty. We saw Matthew, but that's a concern, I'm sure, for Coach Villarreal is to take care of the penalties in tonight's game, because you don't want to get any more of those than you have to. Ball at the 37-yard line. Should be first down and 10 for the North Raiders. And penalty. We got penalty markers before we get started. When you see the penalty markers early, it's usually a
timeout, Raiders.
Oh, no, it's a timeout. Well, timeout in the field, score 35-6 with 1:29 left to go in quarter number 3. Here we go. 1:29 to go. Both teams, the Panthers coming back on the field after the timeout here. You see some of the highlights from earlier in the game, that being the touchdown pass to Andrew Cavazos. And the Raiders at the line of scrimmage. Garza go back to throw again. Under a lot of pressure. Still under pressure, and here come the Panthers. And down he goes. Big number 72 for Weslaco on the stop that time.
Again, defense has adjusted well, but there's a penalty down there. Terry, I don't know who is in defense or offense.
We've had way too many penalties, that's for sure. I'm not sure who this one's against. It might be against the Raiders. Let's wait and see. They're going to talk about it right now. Ball at the 39-yard line.
We have a dead ball foul. Face mask. Number 77 of the defense.
Oh,
15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Well, the Panthers have picked up penalties all night. Luckily, they're ahead on the scoreboard 35-6, but this is something you cannot afford to do in a big game. Ball at the 24-yard line. And Weslaco is going to have to kind of pull it in here a little bit and go after and play a little football. David Garza under center. Handoff, no go. Got about a yard of the play as Weslaco all over him on the stop. Big number 77 and number 92 for Weslaco that time. 77 is Jesus Anaya and 92 is Carlos Martinez on the stop for Weslaco. Got down to about the 24-yard line. That should make it about second down and about 9 or 10 yards to go here. As the Raiders are in Panther territory, fairly deep. We're under about 35 seconds to go here in the quarter. Garza with a pass, tipped up in the air, and nobody can get to the tip. Matakin the closest. So that's going to bring up third down now in about 10 on the incomplete pass with 31 seconds to go here, coach, in the third quarter.
PSJ is doing a better job. You know, they've made some good adjustments, and offensively, they're just not doing the good things to do well.
That pass was intended for Christian Lopez, but it hit him right in the hands, but he just couldn't come down with the reception. So the ball at the 24-yard line should bring up about third down and 10 for the Raiders from there. And depending on the play, 31 seconds to go here in the quarter. Garza again under center with a man in motion. He's going to roll and try to throw here again. Underway, gets the pass away at the 20-yard line. It's caught out there. Going to be short of the first down. And the intended, actually the receiver that time was number 21, Joey Estrada, one of the running backs.
And with Matthew Lopez, safety on the tackle again.
Well, let's see. Unless they hustle, that was the last play of the quarter. Michael Brendan Toda is also on the tackle for Weslaco.
Michael does a good job of maneuvering over to the sideline. You know.
Fourth down, about 5 or 6 yards to go. We've run out of time after 3 quarters of play. It is Weslaco 35 and PSJ North 6. All right, here we get ready for the fourth quarter, Coach, and everybody thinks you get an extra time for the quarter break. All you do is you get time for them to move the football down to the other end of the field, and then they start it up again. So we don't have TV timeouts in high school football. So
no commercials.
Now they're showing a few of the highlights on our screen here in front of us, but the Raiders have a fourth down in scoreboard showing about 6, fourth down and 6. The ball is on about the 19-yard line. So big play here for the Weslaco defense. Let's see if they can hunker down and get to the quarterback here. David Garza, your quarterback. Pitch out coming right. Cuts back up against the green. Still on their feet, the running back, but Matthew Lopez has got him short of the first down. He and David Mahoney on the stop for the Weslaco Panthers tonight. So the defense is able to stop them on fourth down. And let's see what they do on offense when they take over the football here.
You know, besides the first drive, Terry, defense has done well. They stopped them, and except for their first drive, they took about 80 yards.
Well, we've caused a couple of turnovers. I know we had one turnover on that fumble in the first drive, and then Andrew Cavazos had the pick 6. So let's see what we do here. We're going to take over the football at about the 17 or 18-yard line. First and 10.
We got the second group in there.
Yeah, the quarterback. Yep. Not much gain on the play that time. Who's got the football? Is that Andrew Cavazos? No, that's
30,
Major Free.
No, that's 38, I believe.
Well, I don't think we have a 38. Maybe we do. It might be 38. You're right. That would be Matthew Rosales.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's another new guy.
And he's a junior also.
Okay. I'm surprised some of these sophomores like Guerra and Major Free haven't been getting the football a little bit more. So the quarterback is Paul Rodriguez. Inside handoff, and no go there. As they throw the runner back in a hurry.
Now PSA North.
That was Ociel Gonzalez, number 37.
PSA North is putting pressure by blitzing those linebackers and
we might
close
have
in the hole.
We might have our second team offensive line in there because the second team running backs are just not getting any kind of running room at all. And if you got your first team offensive line out there, they can blow holes for anybody, first or second team. So Rodriguez will line him up here for a big third down play. Inside handoff, nope. They throw it down in the backfield, so it's going to bring up fourth down. No gain in the play. Brian Garrett, number 20, the sophomore running back or junior. And that's going to bring up fourth down and long for the Weslaco Panthers here. Didn't gain anything on that particular,
Penetration from PSA North Raiders, of course. With having the young linemen, they don't recognize the blocking schemes.
Well, they're going to play in it right to the end. They got 1 quarter to play here, and like I said, you play for pride after a while. Because they've got some seniors out there that are playing their final year, and you just don't give up. Matthew Lopez, number 24, the kicker. Line of scrimmage at about the 15. He's back near the goal line. So it's important he gets a good snap here.
False start, number 62 of the offense.
Oh, wow. That's
5-yard penalty.
It's going to bring back to
Still
about the
fourth
10.
down.
Going to bring him back to the 10. This time now Lopez will have to kick out of his end zone here, Coach.
Yes, they do.
Yep, he's going to be about 3 or 4 yards deep in the end zone.
And on the screen, of course, are outstanding cheerleaders.
Oh, yeah. Their cheerleaders are busy tonight, especially at homecoming night. Good kick that time by Lopez. Near midfield and still bouncing. And inside the 40, great Panther bounce. Oh, picked up by far north. That's a mistake there. I think it's going to be Weslaco ball. Because if they touch the football, it's live. We can touch the ball and down it, but they got to it before we did. That is a huge mistake by PSJ North. All they had to do is just let it die. And I think the youngster just, in his over-anxiousness, was able to, he got to the ball and he couldn't hold on to it.
A lot of times when they're down like that, they take those risks.
Ball at the 31-yard line, and what a break for the Weslaco Panthers. They're going to keep the same lineup out there. I see Zach Martin coming in at one of the running backs. But as we watch the replay, Andrew Cavasso's right there with him, man. They tried to pick it up. No go, and Cavasso scrambled for the ball. He finally jumped on it. And man in motion, coming wide, getting the handoff. Still trying to get wide. No go. Another loss on the play. That was number 1, Anthony Gracia, the senior running back. And like I said, the second team offense right now is struggling for yardage.
When you have a lot of penetration from PSA North, it's kind of hard to have a good running attack. But
well, you've got to have the blockers to block and make the holes, because that's what the first team runners were getting, some huge holes. And you're going to have to do that here. So Rodriguez under center again. Second down and long as they send a man in motion. Handoff. First man through, that's Galvan, I believe, number 26. And he got down to about the 30-yard line.
He almost broke it, but they got his jersey.
But that was one of the better plays that they've run from scrimmage here with the second team. Like I said, we're in the last quarter. We're under 8 minutes to go, and Coach Villarreal, like I said, giving these guys a chance to play, because we don't know when the next time they're going to get a chance to get this kind of varsity experience, because most of the rest, I know they won't probably get this chance next week, because when Weslaco East and Weslaco plays next week, that's going to be a 3-point ball game. That's my prediction this year. That's going to be within 3 points. Rodriguez again. Nope. Here goes the whistle. Timeout on the play. So timeout on the field with a score 35-6. Weslaco in the lead.
Third.
All right, here we go, Coach.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Okay, man in motion, Major free. Nope. Rodriguez is going to throw. He's going to try to throw, and he's taken down. He went back to pass, but nobody was open yet.
Nobody was open. Of course, he had some pressure there, too.
We still haven't thrown the ball a whole lot. I mean, we've tried a few passes, but this would be one of those nights where you could try out your passing game because they're way ahead of the scoreboard. Because at some point or another, you're going to have a passing game to play some of these better balanced teams.
And again, with the first group, they did throw a couple of long passes.
Yeah, they threw one to Andrew Cavazos, that's for sure. Caught everybody off guard that time.
And then, of course, the other one to Andrew Aldape.
Yes.
That scored right there.
Right. All right, the ball is back at about the 35-yard line.
4th down.
But I got 4th down and long. This is one of those areas of the field that's too far out for a field goal. And really, in a way, I think it's too close for a punt. But this reserve offensive unit has struggled to gain yards here tonight.
Normally in a closer game, we would have been punting.
Yeah. Rodriguez is going to play quarterback with a man in motion here. And inside handoff. Oh, if he isn't tripped up, he's gone. But they're going to be well short of the first down. That is number 23, another running back. And that is Matthew Mata, another junior running back. But how many different guys have carried the football for Weslaco tonight? There's been a bunch.
At least 6 or 7.
Oh, yeah. Everybody that's listed on the program as a running back has got at least one carry here tonight. So Far North is going to take over on down. 1st and 10 with 6:44 left to go here in the 4th quarter in the ball game. And they trail 35-6. They'll take over the football, looks like about the 31-yard line in their own territory. David Garza, the young sophomore, has gone all the way at quarterback. Straight back drop, under pressure. Here comes Trevino, and they get the pass away and complete and out of bounds. They go with it. On the reception that time, number 12, Eric Lopez for the North Raiders.
And on the tackle, number 25, Eduardo Hilpas.
Hilpas, okay. The Silent J.
Silent J.
Yep.
Hilpas.
I have Joey help me with some of the names, so. He knows most of them.
Defense has done a good job today, except for their first drive.
They've been pretty good. They've been called on to stop the North Raiders a few times. Handoff to the 40-yard line, 42. And on the stop that time, number 35, and that is Felix Tirado. Actually, they did break down on one running play for a touchdown. Their only touchdown was about a 29-yard run in the 3rd quarter. But other than that, like I said, the defense has done a pretty good job here tonight. It's not the biggest defense around, but they're a good team defense is what I see. Ball at the 44-yard line, inside handoff again, and down they go.
Fumble again.
Is there a fumble or a flag?
There was a fumble.
Say it's going to be Weslaco's ball. On the recover that time, number 19. How do you pronounce it?
Ish Vieda.
Is there a name?
Vieda.
Guy named Ish? Mm-hmm. What is that short for? Tish or Ish?
I'm not sure. I believe that's his
I've never seen Ish before. Okay.
Another turnover created by the defense.
Yep, they did. They picked up the fumble there at the, looks like about the
44.
44, that's what I thought, 44-yard line.
And again, as you were just mentioning, that defense has created some turnovers tonight.
Well, all season long, this team has created a lot of turnovers. I remember one game against McAllen Memorial, they created 6 turnovers. Here we go, Rodriguez again. 3 men in the backfield with him, a man in motion. Inside handoff, no go. Maybe a yard gain, if that, on the play. But he's gone to a very, very conservative running style. As we're under 6 minutes to go, halfway through and more here in the 4th quarter. But you have no other way to say it. There's been a successful homecoming because when you win the ball game and you entertain the classes from yesteryears, it's always a good thing. As the new kids are putting on a show for the old kids, so to speak. Okay, man in motion again here. Pitch out coming wide. 50-yard line, 45. Still going and knocked down is number 33. That's Oscar Villalone, another running back.
couple of
Now,
yards.
did you graduate from Weslaco High?
I sure did, Terry. I graduated in 1973.
73, okay.
Coach J.D. Santilli was head coach back then.
And you played for him?
I played for him. I graduated in 73, went to school here, went to Pan Am, and then, of course, came back to coach and teach here at Weslaco High School.
All right. Paul Rodriguez, your quarterback. There goes Villalone the other way at the 40, trying to get to the outside. 35, he's dragged down at about the 35-yard line. But Villalone, is there another flag? Okay. So Villalone went one way, and then he went the other way. This time he went to the right.
4th and 2.
4th down and 2. So they made a few yards. And I'm sure that Coach Villarreal is going to go for it as the Raiders drag him down from behind here. But as you mentioned, 4th down and 2 here. It's been good for these kids to get a first down. They really haven't earned a first down all night long. Nope. Looks like they're short again. Almost like a broken play, but
we're short.
It might be a yard short, but the Raiders are going to take over the football. Remember the last time they had it, they coughed it up and gave it right back to the Panthers. Ball at the 35-yard line, and he's about a yard short of a first down. So good effort by the second unit out there as we get down to about 4:15 to go here in the ball game. Once again, the K-West crew doing a great job tonight. Our cameraman, Rafael Cavazos, Don Ramirez down on the field. Also down on the field tonight is Mike Palacios, one of our former K-West people, and I think it's Amador. He's one of our guys, student helpers that helps out here.
Thomas? Is it Thomas?
I think it's Amador.
Oh.
Help me out, guys. And got our crew upstairs here, Darlene Gracia and Joe Leal on the board. Joe runs the board, by the way, at the Performing Arts Center. And I heard they had a big event here in town in the last week. The Commissioner of Education for the state of Texas was in town visiting. And, of course, where did he visit? Weslaco.
And I believe that both high schools were there when they were presenting.
I've heard all the high schools in the valley just about were here. Here we go. Second down. And they hand off the football and up to about the 38-yard line. And
number 35.
They were at he was kind of blown away by the Performing Arts Center and all the great stuff over there. And then they finished up with a meal and a presentation at the Culinary Arts Center. Now, that was served under when you were the principal, wasn't it? The Culinary Arts Center?
It's a new program, and a lot of students are taking advantage of it.
Everybody's got to eat, you know. Here we go, 38-yard line. Garza still the quarterback. Handoff coming wide again, 40, 45. Still going, breaks and tackles. At the 50, they trip him up, and big gain that time. Who is about? That's 21, Joey Estrada.
He's been a workhorse.
He's kind of a fullback type runner. And he got all the way down inside the 40-yard line in Panther territory. So with 2:59 to go, you know that the Raiders coach are going to want to try to put 6 more points on the board before it's time to go. You know who that was? David Mahoney tripped him up from behind.
Yes, he did.
Mahoney's had a heck of a football game out here tonight. So they got the ball down to about the 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Raiders with 2:59 to go in the ball game. Weslaco leading comfortably 35-6, even though they've only scored 7 points here in the second half. But in the defense of the Panthers, really, they've only played the first team about 2 or 3 series in the second half, and that's been about it. And Coach Villa's gone to the bench, but like I said, we've got Weslaco East next week, and we've got a big one with Mackay undefeated as well. So Weslaco High has got 2 major opponents coming up.
And then San Benito has been playing well, too.
And San Benito's a good defensive team. San Benito's struggling on offense, but they are always competitive on defense, and they can shut a team down.
You know, each week the Panthers have done better, both offensively and defensively. So little by little, they're getting better week by week.
Here we go, 1st and 10 at about the 38-yard line. Garza under center. Fakes the handoff. He's going to try to pass. Almost gets tripped up in the backfield. They're in pursuit, they being the Panthers, and dragging him out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Is that number 10? That would be Chris Matakin. Tall, lanky youngster. And Matakin, they almost got him in the backfield. It looks like Mahoney almost got him back there. But watch the pursuit of the Panther defense here. At the 40, it goes Garza, and there's Matakin. Drags him, kind of slams him out of bounds at about the 31-yard line.
Actually, that was number 18, Juan Guerrero.
Okay. So the ball is about the 31-yard line. That brings up second down and about 3 for PSG North. Garza again. Hands off to Joey Estrada. He's got to the 20, 15, still going down to about the 10-yard line, inside the 10. Well, he was carrying guys with him. He's a tough runner.
He's a pretty good-sized back.
Yep.
Like you said, he's
not real tall, but he is stocky.
Solid.
He's got to be close to 200 pounds. And look at him running here. He got a good hold by his line there, and he carried a couple guys for a ways. Is that Hilpus or is that Terrado? Hilpus, number 25.
Yes, Hilpus.
Okay, well, they're down. First down and goal to go are the PSG North Raiders at about the 6-yard line. I don't know if the coach is going to bring some of the first teamers back in there or not.
And it's a timeout.
Who's got the timeout? We are them or us?
PSG North.
Well, Coach, you gotta understand. This has been a good homecoming.
Yes, it has.
Because
yes, it has.
the distractions, like I said, during homecoming week, you get a little. Sometimes you might get a little off focus, but I guess you had the perfect opponent that you can have, you know. And for the like I said, for the first quarter of the ball game, we had 21 on the board at the end of the first quarter, so that really was the story of the game. And then the defense, up till now, has held them pretty good. 228, 225, and counting down here as we look at the scoreboard here. And Garza again. Estrada behind him. Pitch out. And there goes Jacob Rodriguez to the corner, and I think he's going to make it. Into the end zone he goes. So a 6-yard scamper for Jacob Rodriguez. And with 2:15 to go in the fourth quarter, PSG North has put 6 more points on the board, and they've made it 35-12. But a win is a win, and this will mean the Panthers now will go to, I believe, 4-0 in the district.
Correct.
And they will go to 5-1 overall. 6 down, 4 to go. Hard to believe that we're in the second half of the football season already.
Already halfway through the season.
More than halfway.
Yeah.
This is the more than halfway. And the Panthers, remember, they've already had their bye week.
Yes,
So
they did.
They in the East have already had the bye week. They played about the first weekend of November. Going for 2 points here, and I believe they pushed the pile into the end zone. So the 2-point conversion is going to work, I believe. And that would make the score 35-14 with 2:15 to go in the ball game. Not that it's going to make any difference, Coach, but you got to believe this is probably going to be an onside kick.
We're well prepared for that. Coaches know that it has to be an onside kick.
Yeah, it's got to be. But the last time, the reason they executed is he was able to get that ball to bounce so high, and then he had a quick youngster like Sammy Lopez that went down and actually intercepted away from one of our wide receivers and was able to take possession. But the Panthers were able to, I believe they were able to stop him at that point.
Yes, they did.
All right, here we go. Everybody kind of lining up for an onside kick to the far side of the field. And another high bounce, and it's still on the field. It knocked out of bounds. It's going to belong, I think, to Weslaco. Because nobody had possession of it when it went out of bounds. So therefore, it would automatically revert back to the Panthers. So as the clock didn't move. 2:15 to go in the ball game. Another great effort by the far north on that extra point, or that onside kick. That's where the hands people have to be able to really secure the ball.
And coaches, of course, use your better receivers there.
Well, yeah, but like I said, you can't deflect it. You being a receiver, you've got to have the hands to just grab the ball and not worry about getting yardage. All right, here we go. Paul Rodriguez again. The ball at about the 45, 47-yard line. Trying to get wide, no go this time. Again, that is Andrew Gracia, but
Anthony.
But what you got, they need to run more north and south. They're doing a lot of east and west running. And you're trying to get to the outside as opposed to getting up the field a little bit there. But like I said, they're not going to worry about that right now. We're under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. About a minute 45 and counting down. And Rodriguez, the backup quarterback, is leading the team here. Got a real tight formation behind him. Kind of a handoff to Villalone. And, boy, he didn't get anything again. The Raiders know every play that the Panthers have run at them so far, because they run a very similar offense themselves. But I've been waiting for kind of just a quick hitter up the middle, or like you say, maybe a trap play. But it's going to bring up third down and long. That's 2 straight losses. The ball goes back to about the 44-yard line. That's going to bring up third down and 17. They've lost 7 yards in the last 2 plays here. Inside, there it is. There's that inside handoff, and still going past the 50 to about the 48-yard line. So a good run that time by the Panthers. Almost back to the original line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, he ran a good 10 yards there, and good,
Good
blocking.
43, yep. Who was that with the ball? 26?
26.
That's Galvan, I believe.
Yes, Javier Galvan.
He got down to about the 47 to 48, fourth down here. Let's see what happens. Another inside handoff. Whoa, they smothered this one, though. Barbarina on the stop for North, and they'll take over on downs again. But the clock is down to about 28 seconds to go. So I look for maybe a couple of Hail Marys, and that's going to about do it.
One pass or 2 passes left.
28 seconds on the clock, Coach. Any thoughts about tonight's game?
You know what? Even though there was a lot of penalties, but I think the defense did an excellent job in creating turnovers. And of course, when you have the defense to score, that helps the offense.
Oh yeah, defense was good, but like I said, the offense was explosive in the first quarter. They were there when they needed to be, but the coach, like I said, he laid off the gas foot a little bit because he knows there's scouts in the stands here tonight, but he didn't give them much to look at other than his defense, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Garza under center. Straight back drop. Now he's he's thinking about throwing. He's under a lot of pressure here. Almost picked off on a tip drill, and it'll go as an incomplete pass. Garza all night long has really struggled passing the football. Of course, he's a sophomore, but
it's
Panthers putting a lot of pressure on the passer all night long.
It's difficult, for a 17-year-old, he's a sophomore, 16-year-old,
right?
Having
exactly.
to throw the ball with pressure, it's a difficult task.
Well, there's some great sophomores in this district. Starting right at the top with Trevor Spates for McAllen Memorial.
Mm-hmm.
He's the leading rusher in the district, and Division I scouts are already looking at him. As they run to the ball, just a little past midfield as the clock goes down to about 10 seconds. I don't know if there's any timeouts or if they're even going to take the time to call the timeout here.
I don't think they're going to
Now we're down to 7 seconds here. It looks like they're going to run it out. So from Bobby Lackey Stadium, final score tonight, homecoming is successful. Weslaco winning tonight by a score of 35-14 over PSA North. They go to 4-0 in the district and 5-1 overall. And with 4-0 in the district, they're getting closer and closer, Coach, to securing, almost wrapping up one of those 4 playoff spots.
They should. They've been playing well, so they got several games left. Difficult games, but
well, they got 4 left. One against East, one against Mackay, and one against San Benito. And I believe, I'm not sure who else.
PSJ Bears?
PSJ Memorial, or they played the McAllen schools, I believe. And I'd have to look at it as